Exciting news.
Exciting news.
Ranveer and Deepika are once again teaming up with Sanjay Leela Bhansali.
That's exciting, but I thought you were going to say they had agreed to talk to us. That would have been exciting.
Hey, welcome back to our Stupid Reactions with Corbin.
I'm Deepika Padukone.
That'll be their fourth, right?
Filmed together?
Ramleela? No, with Sanjay.
With Sanjay.
Ramleela, Padmavat, and Bajirao.
Yeah, it'll be their fourth that we know of. They could have done something that got shelved, like Batgirl.
And it's, I think it's a well-known story. Sanjay Leela Bhansali, Ranveer, and...
Is it a historical piece?
Yuka, has exhausted... No. Deepika, no. No.
Yeah. You sure this is real?
It's real, Rick!
You didn't dream it?
I didn't dream it. Hold on. Because I tweeted about it.
That doesn't make things real, Corbin.
No, it does.
Just because you tweet something doesn't mean... This isn't Karan Johar's couch where you just manifest things.
Oh, it is. Here it is. Okay. Read that title.
Baiju Baiwara.
You familiar with that? Well, that was all for nothing. Anyways, today this is not about them. This is about RRR.
Yeah!
This is a little thing. This
More!
Is the making of the tiger attack of Bheem.
Awesome.
In the beginning. So it's a little thing. They're going to talk just a little bit about it. It's not a real in-depth thing, but...
That tiger was almost as good as the bear in The Revenant.
And it is still going strong here. And it's actually probably even stronger. I think it's actually going to be... You're going to get a lot of talk of people, if it doesn't get nominated, saying how big of a snub I think we're at that point.
We are, because it is either
doesn't matter what you think of it, by the way.
Either the Hollywood Reporter or Variety.
Talking Americans
on a weekly basis.
There's an article.
Since it came out, I've seen an article about it wanting it to be in the Oscars.
And there's many people who are in the Academy, well-known directors that are just watching it every single day, actors that all vote on this stuff.
Yep.
And so they'll be like, if it's not sent for a foreign film, I think it could still be nominated. So that's exciting.
It ought to be. Ought to be.
Here we go.
So the tiger comes back a little bit, he's trying, and the tiger in its panic struggle comes forward and bam, Juzak is pulled out this side, it will come back, struggling, goes this side and pushes this side, then it comes a little bit back, no? One momentary pause and it goes forward, and he's being stretched out into the air.
Movie magic, baby.
Incredible.
Doesn't look as menacing there. These are just rehearsals.
It's such a great premise. That was it?
Oh, that was unfortunate.
What the flying crap was that?
Hopefully because they don't do DVDs anymore. I would like to see like a whole watch-along commentary with SS Rajamouli talking about the behind the scenes. Do they even do that anymore? Do they ever do that with Indian cinema? Like the DVD commentaries?
Yeah, I don't know. They do it here.
Well, I don't know.
Either that.
Do they do it anymore though?
Or have exclusive additional footage that you can put at either the DVD or you can do it as an add-on for an OTT platform. And say if you want to watch the additional footage or just have a documentary of the making of. But aside from the visual effects artistry, Just the whole story concept of the fact that he is having to hold those ropes because the ropes are what are keeping the tiger from getting at him. And there's this tug of war happening. And if he loses the tug of war this way, the tiger's going to get at him. And they keep going back and forth. But it's a really wonderful action sequence.
And I love seeing behind the scenes kind of stuff like that. Because it's just a bunch of people on wires, and it doesn't look anything like the final product.
He's literally got what looks like a stuffed animal, just back and forth.
Yeah, and and they probably were working on the CGI for RRR. Probably, I'd imagine they still were, even though kept getting pushed back in the pandemic.
Yeah,
I'd imagine they were probably still tweaking it.
Oh, I'm sure they were.
It'd be interesting to talk to if it helped actually at all.
Right, the pandemic?
The fact that they had so much time to continue to look at it and go back to it.
Yeah, I think so. And I'd like to know how long it took for what we were just watching, from concept to rehearsal to the person that is learning that as the stunt person, or for lack of a better term, maybe it's the second team. And then when they actually have
the tiger in there.
Yeah, they actually go to on the day. How long did it take to rehearse it, and then how long did it take to film it? I'd love to know all of those details of not just that sequence. There's a ton of sequences from the film. I'd love to know how long they took.
It's super interesting because on this screen, it still looked good, but it didn't look as good as it did in theaters.
Correct.
But I think that's because it's a lower resolution thing that we were looking at. But in theaters, man, that tiger looked like it was a real tiger.
Looked like a real tiger.
And it was super impressive how they did that.
Wonderful work by not just the visual effects, but sound effects to give us the sounds of the leaves rustling under the feet. Because you can't just do leaf sounds. It has to sound like something that big on the leaf. And it running and sliding is a lot different than it just hopping and landing. And the sound design was incredible. So, yeah. Well, but that was too short. What in the world? 1 minute. That's what she said.
Never ever. More like too long. Yeah, I think I'm going to be disappointed. Obviously, it depends on what else comes out this year. In terms of like if there's something that comes out that's just like so amazing.
Well, Brahmastro's about to release. So.
Brahmastra, or like if there's something that's so like artistic, like normal Oscar style,
right, like lunchboxy.
Stuff like that comes out that is like you can't ignore sending that. Then that would be so exciting. And I think there has been, like I said, I think this is the obvious choice. RRR is the obvious choice just because of the effect that it's had on America. In the West, like the amount that we love this film. So if the whole point of the nominating committee is just to get something nominated, right? To get something nominated to the Oscars, to help put India on the map, even if it's not normal Oscar style of film, right? Especially for foreign categories, right?
Yeah.
It's not, because it's not the normal category for foreign film. Normal category is Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Correct.
Or stuff like that.
Yes.
Or even more like The Last Farmer style of films, or the Gargi, or that we just saw, the Tamil film that we saw of the rapist father kind of thing.
Right.
Those are the normal style, and I think those could, on a normal year, be good entries that Indy could send.
Yes.
But the fact that it's this year and RRR has had the effect that it has, I don't think there's a safer pick.
I agree. And there's one of the reasons for it, and I don't think we've brought this up.
And they have the budget to promote it, too.
Yeah, one of the reasons I brought this up is it's very common for Academy members to not watch everything. And when they're given the options to choose from as far as films they think should be nominated, it is plausible that they would look at the lists, and they may not have seen RRR, but I guarantee
they've heard about
they would look at it on the ballot and go, oh, wow, I didn't have a chance to watch it, but how? And talk to two people. RRR? Oh, yeah. Just because everyone will know of the film.
Well, Anurag, who is our host, but also very well connected. I think he actually is a voting member of the Academy.
I believe that's correct.
But
and is very well connected.
He's well connected in Hollywood.
The A-list directors,
actor. Yeah,
so he's very connected.
He's very connected. He knows people. He specifically said if the nominating committee sends it, and they don't have to. Obviously, I'm hoping RRR has already started sending itself for multiple categories.
Correct.
Right? So it could be double nominated. But to make sure it's in a category of foreign, he's like, if they send 99%, it will be in the 5 films for foreign films.
Yeah.
99%.
And I don't think it's a far cry, if that were to happen happen what you said.
Visual effects, score, original
it could
song.
get song. Natu could get original song.
I think it could win. I don't know what else has come out this year.
Could, if it got original song,
I'd want to
then you're talking about flying those 2 guys out and letting them do the number.
Well, I don't know.
Which, like we said, would destroy Western culture as we know it. Everybody would just be gobsmacked at that thing done live.
I'm just saying. I know Indians obviously say that they don't need Western validation, and that's fine. This is not about Western validation.
Nope.
This is just the Oscars, and they were like, we like this film. You don't have to hate the fact that the West loved the film.
Yeah, and there's a big difference between what many call Western validation versus Western recognition.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you want anyone anywhere in the world to recognize your artistry that hasn't yet? And that's the whole point.
I think when we asked AR, right, about what difference did an Oscar have, he said it's just wherever I went, it was it allowed me to step in the door.
Yeah.
And people to know who I am.
Yep.
So now, if it happens to get nominated, and who knows if it wins or not, that's not what we're saying. But the fact that if it gets nominated, people are like, oh, India.
India, exactly. People go, oh, India.
Explore more. What else could you want? I just don't understand people that would be against that. Even if it's not your favorite film, the West loves it.
No, because it means a larger audience. It means more recognition and respect from another part of the world.
No one's saying that you need Western's validation.
It's not validation. It's recognition.
Just, if Parasite came out, right? It's not Western validation. That everybody loved a Korean film.
It's like saying, I don't need to be. I as an actor don't need to work to have my artistry validated. No, but don't you want the recognition? Don't you want your work to be seen
by more people? Anyway, I will be heavily. Obviously, we hope the India and their jury and whatever the hell they do actually sends it.
But and we're getting close to deadlines. So
when is that?
At the end of October.
Into October?
Yeah, for submissions, not for the choices, but the submissions to be done.
We'll know what the short list is.
We'll know what the short list is, and we'll know what India is submitting.
Yeah.
By the time we reach Halloween, that's when we should know in that ballpark, if not sooner.
It's just the easiest year for you, I feel. It's just like
no brainer.
It
really is.
Oh, what film did everybody in America where the Oscars are from like? Let's send something different.
There isn't a film from another country more popular than RRR.
No, not this year for sure.
Not even close second.
No.
So
what
are you gonna do?
This is the year to do it.
Yep.
SS Rajamouli, future Oscar winner.
Yeah.
Anyways, let us know what other videos we can react to down below.